Hello Internet, we are back on BattleSpot and we've got this pretty cool team again that I've been using for a little while now, on Showdown a few weeks ago, and we've just started using it on BattleSpot this week as well. So, hopefully we'll get some good games, hopefully we'll entertain you, that's the point of this, isn't it? As we find someone from the Netherlands with a decent rating, with a Rhydon. That is very interesting. So, okay, I like that. Lightning Rod Rhydon with Kyogre. Now, I haven't got an electric Pokemon on my team, so I'm not too worried about the Rhydon, to be honest, but the rest of the team looks pretty solid. It looks like it could potentially be a Scarf Kyogre. He's got the Talonflame, so he's got the Quick Guard support, he's got the Rayquaza, obviously. He's got the Fake Out support with Lipid as well, so it could be Scarfed, but I don't know, I haven't seen a Scarfed one for a while, but this is potentially going to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, this is potentially going to be interesting, actually. I'm a little bit scared of, lots of things, to be honest. But maybe going with Sylveon and Smeargle might be alright here. Nothing can faint. Maybe I want Rayquaza though, instead. But if I lead with Rayquaza, the Mawile's a problem. I'm gonna go Sylveon Smeargle, I think. This might look a bit strange. I do want my Rayquaza, and I think I want I think I need the Groudon for his Mawile. So, this is, yeah, this is something that maybe I've overlooked when putting this team together, or mixing around the. Is this going to be Scarfed? Mixing around the team that this came from. Maybe we are a little bit weak to Steel types because we kind of do rely on. Okay, we kind of do rely on Groudon to hit the Steel types. Really, Rayquaza doesn't have a fire move on it. Sylveon is very weak to Steel. Crobat and Smeargle are just pretty, handy supporting things. I've got Slowbro. On the original team there was a Cresselia. So it was on the original team there was a Talonflame as well, but I've swapped that for Crobat. So maybe I'm beginning to see why there was a Talonflame there. But I don't know. Like this is not a good position really for us, to be honest. I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do here. Do I just go straight for a Dark Void and a Hyper Voice, or do I go for a Wide Guard maybe? I think I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice, and I think I'm going to go for a Wide Guard actually, because we'll get some chip damage onto the Kyogre, or not, as he protects. Maybe he's going to go for a Tailwind here. Maybe he's going to taunt the Smeargle. Maybe he's just going to attack. Oh, he does Tailwind. Okay. So now we've got some real mind games now, because I've just shown him Wide Guard. So is he just going to go for a Hyper Voice, or will he single target our Pokemon? Okay, so we've just lost some speed. This is actually the first time I've ever used Moody Smeargle on BattleSpot, so this is interesting actually. We just got our first ever Moody boosts. I don't think it's going to do anything for us here though, unfortunately. But really, I don't know. Do I go for a Follow Me here? Does he just read that and go straight for another Wide Guard? Another Water Spout actually. I think I will go for a Follow Me here. I think I will be losing my Smeargle, unfortunately, but I am Focus Sash, so if he goes for a Scald, then at least Sylveon will be untouched. He has got Taunt actually, and he goes for another Water Spout. Ouch, that is painful. Could have gone for a Wide Guard there, and in hindsight, should have gone for a Wide Guard. But at least we're getting some nice chip damage onto the Kyogre. The Talonflame's actually taking quite a lot of damage from that as well. Okay, so we're -2 speed now, but the rest is not very important. I could put Groudon in, but he has got the potential Rayquaza switch in. which I'm a little bit worried about. I don't know, I think I'm going to go for a Protect here, and just sacrifice to Smeargle. I will struggle. Yeah, this is probably the Rayquaza coming in now. Yeah, so I'll either get knocked out, which is the more likely thing, or I'll just struggle and, you know, well, yeah, I'll get knocked out. Or if he, like, I don't know why he wouldn't just go for another Water Spout here, to be honest. Yeah, to make sure he does knock out the Sylveon. So, we're losing Smeargle. I can put my Rayquaza back in now. Oh, this is tricky. See, I'm not overly used to using this team. I'm not overly sure on the matchups. Like what should I be doing against Rayquaza Kyogre teams? Because this is a really, you know, standard, really simple Rayquaza Kyogre team. So, you know, how should I be playing this differently? Well, this is the last turn of Tailwind, so I think I'm just going to try and break a potential Sash on the Rayquaza and Mega Evolve and Protect, because next turn I mean, he's probably going to stay in his normal Rayquaza form, really, because he might have the Mawile in the back. It means that... Oh no, he didn't. It means that if I do have Groudon in the back, which I do, then he can just stay in there and hit me with water attacks as well. But if he goes for an extreme speed on my Sylveon, then fair enough. He's not protecting his Rayquaza. Hopefully I do get some, like, little damage off here, which I do. Nice. So any Focus Sashes there are gone now. So that's quite important. Yeah, that's a nice chunk of damage, actually. And it's a Dragon Ascent, actually, into my Rayquaza. And a Water Spout. So now we'll be able to bring in our Groudon, and the game's not looking over just yet, but it's not looking amazing, to be honest. It might come down to a speed tie, really, just a Groudon speed tie, but Rayquaza speed tie rather. But I suppose both of his Pokemon threaten my Rayquaza, so maybe he'll withdraw his Kyogre. Maybe he'll withdraw his Kyogre, because I can't protect my Rayquaza here. This is tricky. This is very tricky now. But that Kyogre is in Dragon Ascent range. It is definitely in Dragon Ascent range. Oh, we've still got Talonflame and something else in the back as well. Maybe it is Mawile. If it is Mawile, then we're not looking too bad, really. I mean, we're looking bad-ish, but not the worst. I suppose a Sucker Punch and a Brave Bird will take care of the Groudon, though, unfortunately. But, you know, we're not even there yet, are we? So, how do we play this turn? Do I go for a speed? I think he's probably just going to double attack, really, because these are my last Pokemon. So, I'm going to go for a Hidden Power on his Rayquaza and a Dragon Ascent on his Kyogre. If I win the speed tie, I knock his Kyogre out. Oh, he withdraws the Kyogre. Well, that's not good. It is Liepard, actually. Well, that's definitely interesting. And his Rayquaza protects. Okay. Okay. Well, this game just got a little bit more interesting. I am at minus defenses now, though. Liepard does have the Focus Sash, so that Rayquaza has probably got a Life Orb. And he will see my Hidden Power now. I suppose if I had knocked the Liepard out there, then he would have got a free switch back into his Kyogre, but yeah, and I would have not been in a good position there. I think the game is over at this point, because all he has to do really is just fake out and win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the game is over. Because I need the Rayquaza to hit his Kyogre. My Groudon won't be able to knock his Kyogre out from where it is, unfortunately. Maybe... I don't know, we'll just hope he plays this Really straightforward. Hope he uses Fake Out on my Rayquaza, because it is the thing that's speed tying with his. Ooh, Torment. On my Rayquaza, it's not even a Fake Out. And the Dragon Ascent onto my Rayquaza as well. So this hidden power should knock... That's interesting. Should knock his Rayquaza out, because we're not in the strong winds anymore. And that was a critical hit as well. The bar did look like it was going down quite slowly. I'm not sure if it was an Assault Vest one or not. I don't know. But in comes the Kyogre again, and I suppose I'm forced to Extreme Speed now, else I'm just going to get Encored. Torment's a very interesting move. He might also protect his Kyogre here too, but I feel like I have got to... I did protect Rayquaza just then, didn't I? So I have got to Extreme Speed. So I'm just going to go for an Earth Power and an Extreme Speed on his Kyogre and hope he doesn't protect it and hope it knocks it out. We haven't been intimidated, so there is that. But Rayquaza, like the scary thing about this is Rayquaza is at -1 defense, and a foul play could just knock me out. I mean, I suppose he hasn't got Black Glasses or you know, any other boosting items, so I don't know. We'll see. Because he's got a Torment, he might not even have Encore. But we'll see what happens here. It's withdrawing the life, so he might be protecting his Kyogre this turn. But that does mean... Oh, he's not. I could have just gone for a Dragon Ascent. And that looks like it is in Earth Power range now. Are we faster? We are faster. So we knock it out. Yeah. Okay. Well, this game just got really weird. This combination of Groudon and Rayquaza is obviously doing something, isn't it? Maybe some questionable moves from my opponent, but I don't really want to, you know, try and call him out on that, because I don't know. He had Torment. Torment is a move that I have looked at, but like if like you know, I used Draco Meteor one turn, and then the next turn they go for a Prankster Torment. If that meant they couldn't use Draco Meteor that turn, then it would be a really good move. It would be a bit like a pseudo disable in a way, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. He didn't even show Fake Out. If he goes for a Fake Out Tailwind, what happens here? I don't think I can really lose if he goes for a Fake Out Tailwind. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe he can Quick Guard on my Extreme Speed and Encore my Groudon the next turn. I suppose I've got that to worry about. He does have Quick Guard. No Fake Out again, though. And he is just going straight for a foul play into Rayquaza. Well, I think we should be alright. Just going for an Eruption, and if we Extreme Speed and he Quick Guards and I foul play, then I'll knock out both of his Pokemon. If I Dragon Ascent and... because we are faster, and he Brave Birds and knocks out my Rayquaza, then he could potentially, if he has got it, Encore my Groudon. So I am going to go for an Extreme Speed again into the life, but if he Quick Guards, then fair enough. An Eruption should finish the game off. This has been a pretty nail-biting game, really. Lots of things I didn't expect. Yeah, no Quick Guard, actually, this turn. So maybe he's going for a Brave Bird onto my Rayquaza, expecting me not to go for an Extreme Speed that turn, having just seen the Quick Guard. And it looks like he is doing that, so the recoil damage alone might even take him out. Yeah, he does knock us out, due to the minus defenses that I've been banging on about. And just the recoil takes him out as well, so... what a weird game. But, you know, I'll take it. It's a win. If he had brought the Mawile, then that could have been a bit different. The Mawile on the team preview was a little bit threatening for me, so I don't know. If he wants to reflect on that, then maybe he could have gone somewhere with his Mawile. But you know, we'll jump in, we'll search for another game, and hopefully it'll be another good one. Hopefully something that's not Big Six, because I think everyone's sick of seeing Big Six, to be honest. I'm not too used to Christopher from Italia. I'm not too used to playing. Oh, this is interesting. 2 water types. not too used to playing every different type of matchup with this team. But Big Six is one I have played a few times. I suppose any team is going to have to play Big Six, isn't it? At some point. This is, I don't know, it looks like quite a solid team. It does look like quite a solid team. And one thing that I've identified with this team that could be a bit of an issue is it doesn't really have any way to hit Cresselia hard. Like a Hellbang Hand, Life Orb, Dragon Ascent will hit it hard, but it won't one-shot it. Like, it's not an Yveltal, so... yeah, this is maybe going to be a bit tricky, actually. Because Cresselia is actually pretty big right now. It's really common with Icy Wind and Thunder Wave and all the rest of it. I've got Smeargle, which is always a thing. Crobat, Taunt. Maybe Crobat's not bad here. Maybe Crobat's not bad. We'll go Crobat Rayquaza because he hasn't got any Intimidate on his team. And I think Slowbro will be quite nice here. Because maybe he's going to go for Trick Room. If he's going to paralyze my Pokemon, maybe I want Trick Room as well. And Sylveon would be alright, I suppose, but we will go Groudon. I think we've got to take both our restricted Pokemon here, just to match him force-wise, base stat-wise. But we'll see if Slowbro can do some work here. This is the sort of team that Slowbro is here for, I guess. But, was it my imagination? Did he have a Ferrothorn on Team Preview? Didn't really pay too much attention to that, but I think he might have had a Ferrothorn, and that could be an issue too. I've got Taunt on this Crobat, but Cresselia often have the Mental Herb, but if it's Icy Wind, then he's just not going to care either way, is he? So I think we'll go for a Super Fang onto the Cresselia, and we'll Mega Evolve and Protect. If he goes for an Icy Wind, then it'll just be neutral on Crobat. If he doubles into the Crobat, which he might as well do, really, because Crobat is normally a safe target. They don't have Protect very often. Rayquaza do, so he might double target into the Crobat, but if he does, then I'm getting a nice 50%, a nice 25% if it's Citrus Berry, chunk onto the Cresselia. Inner Focus is very nice as well. Means that we can safely go for this Super Fang, as safe as 90% is. Super Fang does hit. And okay, so, he actually double edges into that, and he does go for a Trick Room. Ooh, okay. So, I'm glad I've got the Slowbro now. Well, okay. I could have just gone for a Taunt then. Leftovers Cresselia. That is not an item that you usually see on Cresselia. Right. He might just double edge the Rayquaza. I think he will probably just double edge the Rayquaza. I could bring in Slowbro there. Slowbro's got After You on it. So if I hadn't protected my Rayquaza then, maybe I could, protect and bring in Slowbro and get a, I think I've got to do this. Get an After You Dragon Ascent or Draco Meteor onto the Kangaskhan, potentially knocking it out. But we're going to see Slowbro now. Which is, it's always a novelty, I suppose. There's a Slowbro for you in-game. Ice Beam will be super effective now, but it is onto the Slowbro, actually. And he does double edge, which should do a bit, but they've got Citrus Berry. Oh, he double edges into the Crobat. Okay, so Crobat does go down. So he gets the recoil damage there, but it means we get a free switch in, really, to something. But again, like I said at Team Preview, this Cresselia is going to be an issue. It's going to be a real problem. I'll put Rayquaza out. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky, actually. Like, an Ice Beam won't knock out my Rayquaza. And that is really the only thing that I've got to worry about from this Cresselia. So maybe... And he's not going to anticipate an After You. I don't want the defense drop, so I'm going to go for a Draco Meteor onto the Kangaskhan here. with an After You. So, ooh. Well, hopefully this isn't a Sucker Punch. Ah, it's not a Sucker Punch. After You, Rayquaza. Rayquaza took the kind offer. And knocked the Kangaskhan out. Okay, so I'm expecting a Groudon switch in here. Well, that worked. But, you know, still, the Cresselia is an issue for us. I suppose it can't really do too much damage to Groudon, but both of his last Pokemon, assuming they are both his primals, are really threatening for my Groudon. So, that was turn 1, that was turn 2 of Trick Room, wasn't it? So this is turn 3 of Trick Room. If I hadn't Mega Evolved the Rayquaza, then I would be able to freely Scald the... oh, it's actually Kyogre. I would be able to freely Scald the Groudon, but it turns out it's not a Groudon, it's a Kyogre. So I could do the same thing, but with a Dragon Ascent. But he's got rid of my Sun now, so an Ice Beam will do a lot of damage to my Rayquaza. I think I'm going to protect the Rayquaza, and... do I want to protect the Rayquaza? I could bring Groudon in. I could actually bring Groudon in. Ooh, decisions. I think for this turn I'm going to protect the Rayquaza and hope he doesn't have Thunder, I suppose. And go for, I think, a Scald. It'd be nice to get a Burn, but on which one? Because on the Kyogre it would put it in Dragon Ascent range. On the Cresselia it would just start, you know, chipping away at it. I think I'm going to go for it, not onto my Rayquaza, but onto the Kyogre there. Just hoping for a Burn, because it will start whittling away. It will potentially put it into, you know, Dragon Ascent range, Life Orb Dragon Ascent range. We don't get the Burn. Okay, and he's just double Ice Beaming the Rayquaza there. Okay. Well, that's tricky. That is tricky. Because if I bring in my Groudon, I can't go for a Scald. Like, I could go for a Dragon Ascent onto the Kyogre, but... this is the last turn of Trick Room. If he has got Groudon, then... it would be tricky. It would be tricky, but I don't know, I think... Dragon Ascent... I don't think an Ice Beam from Cresselia will knock Rayquaza out. So, I think I'm going to go for another After You here. I mean, if it knocks the Kyogre out, then this is a bonus as well. I mean, they are normally... I mean, we have got that little bit of chip damage onto it, but they are normally EV to take stuff like this. But this one apparently either wasn't, or the chip damage was enough. With the defense drop, the Cresselia might be able to knock us out there. When I was saying that I don't think the Cresselia would be able to knock the Rayquaza out with an Ice Beam, I was sort of in my head thinking if the, like, worst case scenario, if the Kyogre protects it, because then I wouldn't have had the defense drop. But now we do lose our Rayquaza, and I'm expecting Pink Blob versus Pink Blob, and Groudon versus Groudon, to be honest. Which is not a nice position to be in. So, my Groudon is probably faster than his Groudon. This Groudon is max speed. My Pink Blob is slower than his Pink Blob, though. So, here's my Groudon. And there's his Groudon. So, what do we do here, then? Because he doesn't really have any way of touching my Slowbro. Like, I don't have any way of touching his Cresselia, really. So maybe I go for an Earth Power onto his Groudon, but if his Groudon is bulky, it should be able to take this. Which is not good. So maybe I need a bit of chip damage onto it. Like, I'm sort of expecting him to go for a Trick Room here, but he might not, because I have got a Slowbro. Slowbro is slower, and he doesn't know yet how fast my Groudon is. So I'm going to go for a Protect and an Ice Beam on his Groudon, I think. If he does go for a Trick Room, then I've got options to After You Earth Power his Groudon, or Protect and Trick Room back. So that's my thinking here. Ice Beam the Groudon. So my Groudon protects. Here's Groudon. Goes for a Precipice Blades. Okay. He has got Helping Hand, which is painful, but Slowbro should be able to take another Precipice Blades. Not if he goes for a Helping Hand. Skill Swap. Ooh, I just completely blanked about that. I didn't even consider that. Well, I think that might be game over now. I think he's just going to go for a Helping Hand Precipice Blades now, and yeah, thinking about it, like my Slowbro, I have thought about having Skill Swap on Slowbro. It would help in situations like this, but I think considering he did have Skill Swap there, so, you know, that I sort of blanked about it or not, I didn't think it really mattered. Or actually, maybe actually it very definitely did matter, because, yeah, that was a silly move from me then, because I could have just gone straight for an Earth Power. He can't protect and Skill Swap himself, so that was pretty poor. That was really, really poor. I've got to go for an Eruption here, and an Ice Beam, I guess, onto his Groudon, but he is just going to go for a Helping Hand Precipice Blades. Like, Eruption can do a lot of damage. If I get a critical hit with my Eruption, then that'd be nice, but, you know, yeah, it's not going to happen. He can miss, but he doesn't, and he knocks out both my Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, so that was, that's, you know, it's really frustrating when stuff like that happens, because I suppose I was trying to play extra safe, just trying to get a bit of chip damage onto it, and, you know, put it in Earth Power range, anticipating it to be a bulky Groudon, but for some reason my brain just didn't think he might have Skill Swap, and, yeah. I should have just gone for an Earth Power. If he'd protected and gone for a Trick Room, then the next turn I could have gone for an After You Earth Power. Although I suppose if he had survived that, then I don't know, my Groudon should have survived a Precipice Blades there. So I think that was a poor play. I think we'll put that down to my fault. I should have just gone for an Earth Power there. So you know, my responsibility. And there you go. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. You know, please like and share if you've enjoyed this this video. And you know, cheers. Goodbye for now.